Thank you for watching DreamSpree Studio Yoga. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more yoga and meditation videos. Today's class is a faster-paced power flow, so please take modifications as needed. Listen to your body. Hello, my name is Shannon. Thank you for joining me for this 20-minute all levels power flow, good for beginner to intermediate students. Go ahead and settle into a comfortable seated position, float your eyes shut, and begin to concentrate on your breathing. Any thoughts or concerns that you may have, let them go for the next 20 minutes. This is your time for you to take. And perhaps set an intention for today's practice, something to bring your mind back to if it begins to wander. Begin to float your eyes open. We're going to do some Kundalini rolls, so just go to the left and all the way around to the back in a circular motion along with your breathing. So with your inhales and exhales, continue to go in circles. And now we're going to change directions. So start going to the right, and behind and all the way around, just with your inhales and exhales. Start working out that spine. And we're coming back to center. Bring your arms out into a T and begin to twist and look behind you to each side with each inhale and exhale. Just swing back and forth, letting all your tension go, getting some movement in the spine. And now float your arms down to your sides. Come over into a tabletop position. We're going to set up to do cat and cow. Inhale up into cat pose. Exhale down into cow pose. Take some intuitive movements with your hips and shoulders and continue to go along with your breathing. Take one more round. Inhale and exhale, come to a neutral spine. Extend your right arm forward, your left leg back. Hold it for a balancing pose. Be here about 3 breaths. And now inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Kick your foot up, reach back to catch it. Hold it in a balance. Release the pose and then bring everything back down. Start with the other side. So left arm up, right leg back. Flip your wrist over, elbow to knee. So inhale in, exhale out. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Pick your foot up, reach back to catch it, hold a balance. Release your arm and leg, come back to tabletop position. Push back into your first down dog of the day and begin to pedal your feet. Going to take some active stretching, so inhale forward into plank. Exhale back into down dog, pedal your feet. Get some gentle movements going. Inhale forward into plank. Back into down dog, pedal your feet. Drive your heels down to the ground. Hold down dog for 1 breath. Look between your hands. Step or hop forward. Halfway lift. Back down. Rise all the way up into tall mountain. Hands to heart center in prayer. We'll take 1 sun salutation. Inhale up, tall mountain. Exhale down, forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale back down. Step back into plank. Chaturanga. Up dog. And exhale, down dog. Look between your hands. Step or hop forward. Rise all the way up, tall mountain. And exhale, hands to heart center in prayer. Bring your hands forward in front of you and sit back into chair. We'll hold this for 5 breaths. Inhale up into tall mountain. Exhale, step back with your right foot into high lunge. Hold for 5 breaths. Spin your right foot down onto the mat. Open up into warrior 2. Hold for 3 to 5 breaths. Flip your left arm over, reach back, look underneath your elbow for peaceful warrior. Rise back up into warrior 2, square your hips, bring your arms overhead for high lunge. Step all your weight onto your left leg, let your arms float behind you in warrior 3. Hold the pose. Bring your right foot down to meet your left. Reach overhead in tall mountain and sit back into chair. Going to do the other side. Rise up into tall mountain. Step back with your left foot into high lunge. Spin your left foot parallel with the edge of the mat. Open up into warrior 2. Flip your right hand over, look underneath your arm, reach back for peaceful warrior. Rise back up into warrior 2. Bring both arms back overhead for high lunge. Put all your weight on your right leg. Airplane arms back. Go forward into warrior 3. Bring your left foot down to meet your right. Reach high overhead. We're taking a vinyasa, so all the way down, forward fold, halfway lift. Exhale down, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look between your hands, step or hop forward, and rise all the way back up into tall mountain, hands to heart center. Reach overhead again, hands to heart center. 1 breath per movement this time. Sit back into chair. Rise back up, overhead. Step back, right leg into lunge. Open up into warrior 2. Back into peaceful warrior. Up, back into high lunge. Forward into warrior 3. Right foot back down, reach high overhead, sit back into chair. Rise up, tall mountain, step back with the left leg into high lunge. Left foot down, parallel with the edge of the mat, open into warrior 2. Flip your right hand, look underneath for peaceful warrior. Rise back up into warrior 2, square your hips forward, reach overhead for high lunge. Step onto the left leg, airplane arms back, warrior 3. Bring the foot back down, we'll take a vinyasa. Inhale overhead, exhale down, halfway lift. Exhale down, forward fold, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a few breaths here. Then look in between your hands and come down into child's pose. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Let your heart rate settle down. Maybe bring your mind back to your intention for your practice. On your next inhale, come back up into tabletop, and then into plank pose and push yourself back into down dog. Inhale your right leg up into three-legged dog. Exhale, step between your hands, rise up into high lunge. Spin your left foot parallel with the back of the mat, open up into warrior two. Square your hips, reach your arms back overhead for high lunge. Reach down. Step back, push back into down dog. Reach overhead with your left foot. Come forward into high lunge. Open up into warrior two. Back forward into high lunge, reach down, step back, push back into down dog. Rest here for a moment. We're going to repeat the flow 2 more times. We'll be moving very quickly, 1 breath per movement. Right leg up, three-legged dog, step through, high lunge, open up, warrior two, back to high lunge, come down, step back, push back into down dog, left leg up, step forward into high lunge, open up into warrior two, rotate back to high lunge, hands down, step back, push back into down dog, right leg up, forward into high lunge, open up warrior two, back to high lunge, plant your hands, step back, push back into down dog, left leg up, high lunge, warrior two, high lunge, plant your hands, step back, push back into down dog, right leg up, forward into high lunge, open warrior two, back into high lunge, plant your hands, step back, push into down dog, left leg up, high lunge, warrior two, high lunge, plant your hands, step back, take vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog, exhale down dog, and come down into child's pose. Just relax, let your heart rate come down. We'll be here for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, come up into tabletop and bring yourself down into a seated position with your knees bent. Preparation for boat pose. And lift your legs up into boat pose. Hold it for 5 breaths. Put your feet down and with control, roll your spine all the way down vertebrae by vertebrae until you're resting on the mat. Bring your left foot up to rest over your right knee. Be sure and flex the foot. Reach in between your right thigh and bring it towards your chest. Reclining pigeon. Release the thigh, bring your right foot back down to the mat, put your arms out into a T, roll the legs over to the right side, look over your left shoulder for a nice twist. Bring everything back to center. Repeat other side. So right foot on the left knee. Be sure and flex both feet. Pick up your left thigh, bring it towards your chest. Reclining pigeon. Bring the arms out to a T, roll the legs over to the left side, look over the right shoulder for a good twist. And everything back to center. Roll yourself up to sit. Come into staff pose. Reach your arms overhead. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Try to flatten your back a little more with each exhale. Gently come back up into staff pose. Bend your left knee. Put your left arm behind you. Reach your right arm overhead. Hook it over your left knee and look behind you for a twist. Release the pose. Bring your right knee up. Your left arm overhead, hook it over your right knee, look behind you for a twist. Get ready for bridge pose, so go down to the floor, engage your glutes, press your hips up towards the sky, roll your shoulders back. Release back down to the floor. Option here to take another bridge or press up into a full wheel. Release the pose, come into happy baby, grab the sides of your feet and roll from side to side on the mat, giving your back a nice massage. Release the feet. Give yourself a big hug because you did an awesome job today. And release everything down into Shavasana. All of the effort, all of the intensity of this practice, just let it all go into total relaxation. Relax from the top of your head, your forehead, your eyes. Let your jaw go slack, all the way down your body to the tips of your feet. Just let it all go. Feel the ground beneath you. Know that you are supported and you are safe. And enjoy Shavasana. On your next inhale, start deepening your breathing, making some small movements with your fingers and toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. And then roll over to the side into a fetal position. Stay here for a moment. And on your next inhale, push yourself up and come back into a comfortable seated position. Float your eyes shut. Begin to notice the changes in your body, how it feels differently from when you began your practice. And thank yourself for taking the time to do something good for you today. On your next inhale, bring your hands to heart center. You can float your eyes open. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'll see you next time.